This is where things become funny. Position of stone. And they're out of there. Ooh. What a misunderstood heckin' Drago. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do, because it is the Hobbit, and we are running the mono red Smaug, the magnificent, greatest of calamities. Yes, and his desolation, by the way. We are bringing out the Dragon Burn Ultra right here. This is destroy it all, burn it all, let the world be consumed by flame. Before we get down into it, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't, you will be attacked by the like and subscribe, which is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. So, become a villain, hit those buttons, and help us out. Let's talk about Mono Red Dragon Burn here. This is going to be very similar to a deck that I did maybe a month ago, except enhanced with Hobbit stuff. So you might have a lot of these pieces already, or if you're new, it could be something that you could build to. So we're going to go with a lot of burn here. That's going to be the main thing. Do damage downrange so we can trigger off. Burst Lightning and Plasma Bolt. I like both because Burst Lightning has the kicker for 4 damage potentially, but we can also do damage early on, remove small creatures, all that stuff. And of course, we're going to have the Plasma Bolt. The fun thing about Plasma Bolt is it does 3 damage to any target as a sorcery if a permanent left the battlefield. The fun thing about that is, it's functionally a sorcery, Burst Lightning or Shock. But why would you choose this? Is because it could turn into a Lightning Bolt if you sacrifice something. We have a lot of treasure. We also have a lot of things that are going to die. So we can basically turn this into a free Lightning Bolt by casting it with a treasure token. It does 3 damage to your opponent, and it's easy on the wilds. It's only a common. It's a very useful card in any kind of treasure-based deck. I'm going to go with 3 Lightning Claws just for a little bit of early deflection. A lot of times you need an early blocker. You need somebody to play their removals on. You need just a little bit of damage downrange. He can do a bit of work, Hired Claw. Really, really solid card overall from Bloomborough, as it were. You can pump and do that damage as we go. Now, here's the treasure tricks, okay? We're going to get into the higher treasure things later, but what we want is treasure, treasure, treasure. That's what Smaug the Magnificent cares about. He loves treasure. He's all about that treasure life. We've got to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Generous Plunderer, 1 red, and 1 2/2 Menace Human Rogue. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. So they get a treasure token too. Here's the thing. If they have one, whenever we attack, it deals number to the number of artifacts they control. So they get 1 tap means they can't use it right away, but we get to do 1 damage to them and go in with the 2/2 Menace and ramp on top of everything else we're doing. Really solid card that's going to synergize great with Smaug, because it's going to generate treasure with here and there with Smaug as well. So we're going to have 2 each time and do damage each time. They're basically, he's like a mini Smaug. He's like Smaug's little buddy, which is really cool stuff right there. Lightning Strike, classic. Yeah, we got the Azula ones right there, 1 red and 1 3 damage to any target. You just got to do it. It is a very effective card. We also have 3 Magda the Horde Masters, 1 red and 1 2/2. Whenever you commit a crime, create a tapped treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Every time we commit a crime, meaning we target our opponent with anything. By the way, Generous Plunderer targets your opponent. When you do, target opponent creates one. So you get a treasure for targeting, you get a treasure for that. We also generate dragons off of this. The more treasures that we have, the more we can sacrifice and bring dragons out of the horde. We create a Scorpion Dragon with haste as a 4/4 right there. So not only is she going to generate treasure, we will also be able to generate dragons eventually on the 3-drop right there. So we're going to do a Magda the Horde Master. If you wanted also, you could do a Sarkhan. He's in the graveyard. Sarkhan is a fun one to do with dragons as well. It's a good possibility. Yeah, you could do either one in case you wanted to. Both of them are perfectly fine. Death to Our Enemies is a lethal, dangerous card. Arguably all the plans from Marvel are very good. 1 red and 2. This is a uncommon plan. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, meaning any kind of burn or even an enchantment, create a tap treasure token and put a plan counter on this enchantment. When the 4th plan counter is put, you sacrifice it. You do 7 damage divided as you choose among 2 targets. So if you've been playing burn, it's just going to burn somebody harder. Do you know what I mean? So if you do Burst Lightning, Plasma Bolt, and Lightning Strike, you're eventually just going to do you're going to get 4 treasure, you're going to be able to ramp, and you're going to be able to do 7 damage to anything, including your opponent's face. So you do something like Smaug the Magnificent, and then you generate a bunch of treasure by throwing damage at them, do the damage, and then swing in. It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal, terrible thing to do. And again, we are generating treasure like crazy. We want to be able to ramp, and we want all that accessibility, all those artifacts, and we want to be able to do that so we can cast as much as we want and be able to hit some really hard cards right there. So Death is brutal. Misty Mountains Colds. Great song right there. Far over the Misty Mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old. You create 1 red and 1. This is a saga. You create a treasure token. Then if you control 4 more, sacrifice this saga. If you do, create a 6/6 red creature with flying. So it could potentially, in the middle to late game, this could potentially just instantly give you it could potentially instantly give you a 6/6 red dragon. If you already have 3 treasure out onto the board and you play Misty Mountains Cold, you create a 4th treasure. Then if you have a 4th one, you get a 6/6 dragon. So you can actually instantly do that, or it's going to help you ramp every single turn and later on give you a 6/6 flying red dragon as it goes. So that is a very cool one right there to do. Another great way of ramping up that treasure. We're also going to do Decadent Dragon. This has expensive taste on here. 1 black and 2. We have enough treasure. We don't need to add black into this. This is the only black instant. We steal stuff off the top of our opponent's library. Very Smaug-like, right? He's sitting on a pile of gold. I think it makes perfect sense that he's here. You may play those cards for as long as they're rated down. We don't have mana to play them. However, we are generating a ton of treasure as we do. Not only that, this is a 4/4 for 2 red and 2 flying and trample. And whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. So if you stack your, again, if you stack your, you stack your triggers correctly, you create a treasure token, then you get off Smaug, and he does that damage as well, and you're going to trample through. So here's where the fun thing, when we choose specifically a 4-drop dragon right here, part of the reason is the Desolation of Smaug. This has saved my bacon more than a couple times, and turned other creatures into bacon. So it does both. 2 red and 2. This is a 4-drop, 3 damage to each non-dragon creature. Yes, it will sweep your own board, but it will absolutely devastate certain lines of creatures right there. It will absolutely set your opponent back a ridiculous amount. Then, you'd only just get that. You add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast dragon spells. You can either instantly cast a Decadent Dragon, or you can instantly cast a Smaug and haste it out. So you could sweep the entire board, instantly cast Smaug, and swing in for 4 right there. Brutal hit right there. Very, very good card. Of course, it will trigger off death to our enemies. It'll do all that stuff right there, and it will absolutely just mash people. It's shocking at how many things that you can kill for 3 drops, for 3 toughness creatures on turn 4, especially if you're ramping and you get this off on turn 3 and immediately you basically turn a treasure into 1 more mana and get the Smaug off. It's dangerous. And there it is. The greatest, chiefest of calamities, Smaug the Magnificent, 2 red and 2 4/3 legendary creature dragon in his treasure hoard in the halls of the Lonely Mountain. Whenever Smaug attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of treasure you control to any target. At the beginning of your upkeep, you create a treasure token. You think you will get your fair share. If you get off alive, you will be lucky. So the more we have, the more he does. So all he needs to do is attack, and if we have 5 or 6 or 7 treasure, he's doing 7 damage to our target opponent, and he's going in. Not only that, he's a haster, so he'll immediately do it. He'll generate his own treasure. He'll help you ramp on your upkeep. Very, very dangerous card. If you have yourself set up, he can finish the game. You could just amass giant piles of treasure, put him down, and immediately swing, and if they don't have an answer, they don't have an instant kill, and you have 7 treasures out, he'll do 7 damage to your opponent, and it's game over. Boom. Fantastic card right there. A lot of fun. That's going to be the mythic rare. Last mythic rare is going to be the Improvisation of Stone. 2 red and 5. Exile the top cards of your library until you exile cards of total mana 4 or greater. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying their mana cost. Fantastic card to get off for death for our enemies, and just constantly keeps a steady amount of burn and haste and danger out onto the board. It is very difficult for your opponent to come back from an Improvisation Capstone casting. It is very easy for us to cast cast this because of the amount of ramp we are putting into the game right here through treasure itself. It is pretty easy to cast this, so you don't really need to worry about that. It's going to get off, and it's going to do a lot of dangerous, damaging things. We're going to go 21 mountains, 1 Castle Doom, because we can sacrifice an artifact, create a robot in an instant. So we can do that to, sacrifice one of our treasures. We also have Golden Saucer, where we can flip a coin and get a treasure, or sacrifice artifacts and draw cards if you wanted to do that as we go. 15 creatures: Berserkers, Dragons, Humans, Lizards, Mercenaries, Rogue, 8 instants, 10 sorceries, 5 enchantments, 23 lands on a 2.6. We're ramping so hard. Don't worry about that mana discrepancy there. On the sideboard, we do have the Bolt Wave, Flashback in case you want to do anything like that. A Braid is great for cracking open those artifacts. Charming Scoundrel generates a little bit more treasure. Demand Answers is not bad for card draw. Sarkin, we already talked about. And of course, Bonehorde Dracosaur in case you want to do more of a dragon theme to it with more treasure and dinosaurs as it goes. This is the official Red Smaug deck, and if you want to see more amazing Hobbit decks, twitch.tv/thatvillainj for a live stream. Goodness, we're live every night on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places you can check us out when we go live. We'd love to have you there. You can hit that bell, be part of that elite notification squadron. Whenever we post something or go live, you'll be there, the first one to know about it, so hit that bell. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, share your decks, ask questions. It's there on our community. And of course, a copy of this is going to be down below on my AetherHub and my Moxfield. So if you want a copy, check that out. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. We are grinding diamond right now with pure treasure and dragons. Yeah, sorry, I was sneezing.
Start over.
Scratch. 3 damage. Five, submit. Boom. Boom. Okay. Treasure. Dragon. See, he's got an instant removal. Smaug. Get him, Smaug. Get him, Smaug. Bango. Bango. Okay. Snakeskin Veil would help the wolves. I added a little bit of protection in there, but there's just too much shit that they can do to fuck with wolves, man. There's just way too much shit that they can do to fuck with wolves, you know? And the hunt. Emeritus. Whoa. Go in. Oof. Search your library for a card. Shuffle. Good search. You can hit the Demonic Tutor. Very nice. Delian Fell, aka the Fellian Dell. Destroy creature. Boom. Boom. No blocks. Boom. No blocks like Roblox. I'll tell you that much. Boof. Boof. And finish him off. There you go. Alright, Smaug did its business. We had some other dragons out on the table too, so that's something, right? Boom. Let's put down Magda. Maybe we draw the fucking removal here. Probably will draw the removal, but that's fine. You know, as expected. Verdict Core. Castle Doom. Boom. He really wants that Annex. Delian Fell, aka the Fellian Dell. Don't do the removal, man. Don't kill my creature. You're just gonna lose Delian Fell for no reason. That's an expensive fucking that's an expensive ass fucking kill card right there you just played, bro. That's an expensive kill card you just played, bro. Lightning Strike. Fucking expensive kill card, my guy. Smaug the Magnificent. It's gonna get hit with the removal. No? Boom. 3, and where he's at 9, I can kill him if I don't gain any life. Boom. Do this. For that core. No, he didn't get it. He did not get it. I'm still standing, looking like I'm levited. No, the JDN players just want to win. They have no real interest in playing Magic. They just want to win a game of Magic. It doesn't really matter whether or not they play it, they do it, they don't do it. They just want to consistently win. They just want to consistently win at Magic. That's really the only thing about it. I don't think it's a fun deck. I don't think, oh, we're fucked. I don't think it's a consistently. This is a Swamp Reanimator, and he immediately got the card he needed, so we're dead anyways. I don't think it can consist. It's not interesting. It takes forever. That's problem number 1. So if you like going fast and doing things quickly, it's not the deck for you. So you know. So yeah, it's just it's to the point he's gonna do the Reanimator and he'll get every card down. Did he do it? No, he didn't get it. All right, we'll do that. We'll do this. They needed to pull the trigger and ban Tablet. They needed to. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy. They needed to ban Tablet and Jeskai Revelations. The thing is no matter what ramp you give people, now that they've got a taste of Jeskai Revelations do nothing, they're never gonna stop doing it. They're never gonna stop going back to JDN, as long as they have that ability to get there. No matter, I think Tablet is putting I feel like that is the root of the issue. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't the root of the issue, but I feel like it's the underlying problem. Hey, look, it's Mojo Rogue. Mojack Slim. I fucks with Mojack Slim. Mojack Slim comes up with some good decks. Pizza time. He comes up with some nice hot thick decks, which is good. I think both of them are going to be an ongoing issue. I think both Tablet and Rev are going to be a problem until they deal with them. I think they're both going to be problematic cards. Boom. Boom. Yes. Yes, it is worse than Capstone. It is way worse than Capstone in my opinion. Yeah. I know that's a pretty bold opinion. I guess we'll drive this home with one headlight here. Capstone, you can whiff on Capstone. You never whiff on JDN. Yeah, exactly. You can completely whiff on a fucking Capstone hit. You can't even remotely whiff on a JDN hit. You're gonna pop. Do you know what I mean? Jelly bean. I was wondering when I would get Bilbo's Gambited, and we got it there. Its owner's hand. You could actively be casting a spell, and you can make the person put it back into their hand. Then you lose. They lose 4 life. You gain 4 life, and then you get 2 1/1 pumpers. And so if you wait and just play it off turn, you can basically shut down the person's turn by destroying something, gaining your own life, and putting down creatures ready to go for the next counter attack. So there is a significant amount of damage that you can do to your ops if you line it up correctly. All right, we got Desolation into a Smaug right here, so that's good. I like that. Oh, look who it is again, folks. It's our old pal. Boom. Jeskai do nothing. It's a Jeskai deck that basically sits there to play Jeskai Revelations at the end. It just ramps, plays counterspells, and plays burns is what Jeskai do nothing is. Alright, let's just get him down low enough where we can do a little bit of damage here. There's the tablet. This is the 4-color Super Jeskai. Go, boom. I don't think we have this. He's just gonna play shit for. Look at this. Look at how much shit he's been through. Fucking 35. Only got 35 cards left in the fucking deck. Yeah, we don't play this anymore. This is a nightmare, guys. Until they do something about this, this is your future. I'll try to do a fucking Flyers deck or a recruit deck. Every single possible. I will systematically run through every single possible whatchamacallit because I enjoy it. I like challenging myself to build. So yeah, it will absolutely do. Boom. What did he cast? He cast Jeskai Revelations and Converge together as one, so I just didn't feel like playing that anymore. He'll get rid of death to our enemies if he's smart. If he's smart, he'll get rid of death. Aaron Shee. Yeah, so don't worry. I'm going to do a Goblins deck. Don't worry at all. Every deck will be done. I can only do one deck a day, though, so we got to be... We're just gonna have to be. We're gonna take it little by little. For the core, very nice. Okay, we'll do death. Right. Boom. Boom. Forest Gate. I don't know about Forest Gate. I wasn't that impressed with Forest Gate, to be honest with you. I didn't think Forest Gate was much chop. Alright, what are you gonna do here, man? Intimidation tactics. Ooh, that's a bad one. Yeah, I got rid of my Smaug. Bitter Triumph. Improvisation Stone. I only have 2 of them. It's not that big of a deal. It sucks that I lost it, but eh. Alright, all I need to do is cast a spell and I'm good to go. Yeah, we won. There you go. Smaug. Is it? Yeah, when does Reality Fracture come out? I know it's crazy to be talking about that right now when today we got a fucking October 2nd. So next month, if it comes out on October 2nd for regular, that means that on Arena it's going to come out September 29th, which means early access will be on September 23rd. Strat bet. Death. How you doing, I Bite Tuna? You could watch my decks to get some insight about Borg and shit, right? Ooh, a little bit of takeaway from me there. Boom. Okay. Growclaw's Heist. That one. Yeah, that's good stuff. And I stole his fucking annex. That's funny. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty funny. I know he can't be happy about that. No way he's fucking happy about the fact that I stole an annex and a fucking Furdock core from him. Holy shit. Draw 3 cards, lose 3 life. Yeah, it's gotta suck. If I can pull a Smaug out of my ass, I can... ooh, Desolation. Oh, you did a whatchamacallit? A draft. Gain 5 life. Death to our enemies. Okay. Yeah, you weren't happy about that. Indeed, McShake. Indeed. Got it. Yes. It is, yeah, he wasn't happy about that. Okay. Alright, what do you want to say that he's going to put fucking Deceit in right away? The agony of Deceit. Oh my goodness, turn 2 Deceit, who could have ever suspected? Who would have ever suspected such a thing could happen to us? I'm shocked right now. I'm shocked right now. I would have never thought a turn 2 Deceit would ever happen in a million years. Literally in 1 million years, I never thought a fucking turn 2 Deceit on a fucking Mardu deck would ever exist. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think they had the technology. I got 2 Wizard Staffs on a Slick Shot and a Wild Ride, and it went 20 damage. You feel ashamed. Holy crap, Deadfall guy. Yeah, that's a fucking wild... That is indeed a wild ride that you did there, my guy. Oh my goodness, another Deceit. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Who would have ever thought that this would happen to us? I am shocked, sir. Shocked and appalled. A Dimir player playing Deceit. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore. And a removal. Okay. Car Seat Revenant. Misty Mountains Cold. Boom. Improvisation Cupstone. I'm worried about a counterspell here, so we're gonna wait. I'm worried about a blue counterspell, possibly. Human. Okay, he's gonna hit Reanimate on fucking Deceit. He'll take my Improvisation Cupstone. Yeah. He returns that. Very nice. Hey, what's up, GK1? How you doing? I kind of want to use Wizard Staff. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I do kind of want to use it, like, a little bit. I'm not immune to the allures of Wizard Staff. I'm not immune to it. I really need to draw a Smaug the Magnificent now. Something. I gotta do something here. He ripped so much shit out of my fucking hand. Getting hit with Deceit 50 times doesn't help. He's gonna do another Deceit. Deadly Cover Up. Very nice. Alright. Something, man. I need improvisation. I need a Smaug. I need something, man. Death to our enemies, fine. Whatever. My god, bro. Lightning Strike. Boom. There you go. I'm not a big... I'm kind of off of prowess, but I do kind of want to run that. If I can get a Desolation of Smaug, I think I'm good. But I don't think anyone will watch an Is It video. That's the problem. Hired Claw is not it, bro. Hired Claw is not fucking it. He's gonna reanimate the fucking Excruciator, most likely. And then attack with the fucking whatchamacallit. This is the World Championship deck, by the way. Yeah. Fucking land. Yeah, no. Get it. We drew land and land and land and land and land, and he ripped everything good out of our hand. He probably didn't have a counterspell. I could have probably got away with beans. Okay. We'll probably bait the removal out with that, but honestly, Generous Plunderer might be a better bet, so we'll see here. I appreciate his Sheldred backs here. Is this an honest mono black? Is this an honest mono black here? It very well might be. Improvisation Cupstone. Let's do this. If we can get Cupstone out next turn, I think we might be okay. A Wizard Staff is never late, nor is it early. It arrives precisely when it means to. That's what I remember about Wizard Staffs, I think. Unholy Annex, not bad. Boom, boom. Brutal. We had to take an honest mono black deck down, but you know. Just the wizard part. Do you know what's crazy is that line fits Gandalf so well, but it was written for the movie. It's not originally a Tolkien thing, and it sounds so much like a Tolkien line, doesn't it? Sandstep Citadel. What do we got going on here, bros? The Salt Mine Kid. The Mind Stone. Okay. Day of Judgment, not bad. Plunderer. We're gonna hold on to that mana, because if we can get improvisation out. Elspeth. Come on, Smaug. Nope. We can do this, though. There we go. It's got one white. He keeps flashing over me here that he's got one white. He could do an evoke or erode. Wreck Hex. We're gonna do that. Boom. Great White Soldiers. I have a feeling he's got a lot of removals. Yeah. But I get improvisation capstone every turn, and that's the problem for Holmes right here. Is that I'm constantly going to be doing this. Hex. Boom. Is he gonna run the sweep? Let's see. I don't know. He could have a million sweeps in there, it's possible. But we've been really effective at knocking him out. Emptiness. Okay, not bad. Okay. All right, we got him. Got him. Ooh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Almost fucking 7 hours of streaming, and I'm tired. Okay, I go first. Not bad. Gypticus, you get your well-deserved rest, Gypticus, Flipticus, you know? You get your well-deserved rest. We're gonna put down Magda. Skyward Spider. Okay. Death to our enemies. Seam rip. Glimmer. Death to our enemies. Spellbook Bender. Alright, we really want a sweeper here. If we can get our if we can get our desolation, we're gonna be golden. He'll probably shelter by ghost that. Or do something else bad to it. Optimistic Scavenger. Okay. Gonna be golden. Gonna be golden. Scry. Okay. Boom. I'll take the hits. Hired Claw. It's gonna play the protection on there. Boom. Boom. Now, does he really want to block? No, he doesn't. Oof, oof. Okay. We'll wait. Feathers of Flight. He doesn't get the fucking... He doesn't get the shelter. Okay, treasure. Skyward Spider. He's gonna do all of it? He's gonna swing in for all of it? Yeah, that's 10. Alright, here's gonna be the clutch play if we get it, guys. Clutch. Four, it's gonna be 1, 2, 4. That'll be 4. So that'll be 1, 2, 4. We're gonna do this. Take that out. Plenty of blockers. Nice. He's a misunderstood heckin' Drago. Origins of Spider-Man. I think we've got him here. He never got his shelt out. Brouhaha! If it isn't the brewest of the hottest of the hottest. Welcome to the show. Let me give you a shout out right there. Been a while, Brouhaha. I feel like I ain't seen you around ever. Alright. Going in for 4-banger, 4-banger. Scry. You've been hiding in Fall. I think I saw you playing Fallout the other day. Boom, boom. This is where things become funny. Improvisation of stone. And they're out of there. Ooh. What a misunderstood heckin' Drago. Oh, man. You coming back for some a little bit of Hobbiton action there? Well, I am very happy with this. It was a struggle. We had some sweaty games, but man, we really did bring it out. We really did bring it together with a little bit of hope and luck on this one. And Smaug, the magnificent, greatest of calamities, really brought it in. So happy about how this one turned out and the damage we're able to do.